The New Orleans Saints head into LA to take on the Rams. Playoff implications are heavily favored in this game, with the Rams currently holding on to that last spot, with the New Orleans Saints and Derek Carr close behind. So this game's going to mean something. It is a 4-point spread right now as it stands. Hey, please like the video down below. If you are not subscribed, you are missing out on some good stuff, and hit the notification button because props change and I don't want you to miss out on anything. Plus, if you're looking for bonus props, please check the link in the description below. Thursday night football in the NFL. I am recording this on Taco Tuesday night. It is about 5 o'clock. There isn't much to choose from. I was really looking for that Derek Carr passing prop. It's not on there yet. Not a lot of players for the Saints. There's some touchdowns on here. There's some Alvin Kamara's the only rushing yard. No Derek Carr or Matt Stafford touchdowns. Just pretty weak lineup right now. Like no pass rushing. No. I was expecting Alvin Kamara to be maybe on this list, but he's not. So it's going to be slim pickings here. I still have 4 picks because I want to take advantage of the Taco Tuesday here. I have another 2 hours. So hopefully I can get this uploaded as fast as humanly possible. If you see this video and it's gone, you can get it also right here for 49.5. This will give you better odds and a higher payout. This will give you less odds, but you're still getting good value here at 49.5. So I'm going to hurry up and put this on there. I'm going to do more. And I'm not just picking it for the Taco Tuesday because it's 29% off. I'm going to tell you why. Cooper Kupp in 3 games has 325 yards. So he's averaging more than 100 yards every time he plays the Saints. Look at the last 3 times. 120, 89, 116. It's good enough for me. And we are getting it at a great value. 33% off essentially from that, if my math is correct. And that's what I really like. That's one of my favorite plays, obviously. My next play here is I'm going to go with Alvin Kamara. The rushing yards looked pretty tempting here, but ever since the bye week, the Rams have just been playing really good defense. Last week versus Washington, they gave up garbage time touchdowns to Jacoby Brissett, and they phased out Antonio Gibson, and they brought in some other third string guy who wasn't that good. So the data pool is a little bit saturated, but Alvin Kamara is the backbone of the Saints offense. Chris Olave went through a walkthrough today. On Tuesday, he didn't even practice on Monday, and he didn't even play last week. So he's not even that healthy. Everything lives and breathes through the Saints offense here. It's going to go through Alvin Kamara. And I go to MyBookie, which is the other site that I like to make bets on outside of Prizepicks. We find Alvin Kamara right here at -112, right behind Kyren Williams. So these are the 2 most favored touchdown scorers. And I thought about Chris Olave, even if he does play, +210. I don't know. I like Alvin Kamara to score on the Saints if anyone's going to score a touchdown. And speaking of touchdowns, I just mentioned it really briefly here. We're going to look at Kyren Williams. He's going to score. I did it last week. It hit. He's going to do it again this week. The Saints defense is pretty good. I think they rank like 16th overall in overall defense. So that's why I'm not taking his rush yards, or I'm not taking his overall passing and rushing. I think it's at 109 last time I checked. This was a really tempting number too. But the Saints, they mean business, and both teams are 7-7. And I think this game's going to be a lot more competitive than we think. I think it's going to be lower scoring, and I think it stays within. I think the spread is 4, and I think the winning team takes the field goal. Kyren Williams -251. I'm going to go ahead and take the Goblin for my 3rd pick. And I don't like picks of 3. I feel like a $25 payout for 112 isn't good enough. So I had to do some digging here. This is where things got a little tricky. I'm looking at kickers. Being a Raiders fan and all that, on a Derek Carr led offense, he loves to check it down, and he always loves to settle for field goals. But I don't like Blake Krupp here. He's up and down. I really like Lucas Haversick, however you say his name. 7 kicking points. He's been getting a lot of opportunity. Mason Crosby was actually the kicker to start the year with the Rams, but recently he's been getting a lot of opportunity and plenty of chances. They were going to bring in, there was talks of them bringing in competition because he keeps missing field goals. Like if you go to ESPN.com and you look at Lucas Haversick and you look at his last handful of games, he's been hitting the number. right? 8 points, 11, 10, 7. So in the last month, he's hit 7. That's his average. But if you just look, 1 for 2, 2 for 3. He missed like a 40-something yarder last week. The opportunities are there, right? So if he can just execute, like look at this, 1 for 2. He misses a field goal like at least almost once a game, but it's in LA. He's got the home field advantage. They're in the wild card spot as of right now, so I think he'll be playing encouraged with that, and not on a stressful environment. It's gonna rain in Southern California, but it's semi-indoors. SoFi is like half indoors. It reminds me of like a tent. But those are my 4 picks, and these are the picks that I have right here. $25 to win 200. Cup, Kamara, Haversick, Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm sorry I couldn't put a little bit more meat on the bones here. I wanted to get Derek Carr in there, and I also wanted to put Matthew Stafford in there. Matthew Stafford is 0-3 in his last 3 games versus the Saints, but he's thrown at least 2 touchdowns in every single game he's ever played except once. So I was looking for that over 1.5 passing touchdown prop. If that goes on there, throw it in there. And that's all I got. I appreciate your time, and thank you for watching.